Venus got the better of that quick volley exchange. But really, they do a great job at this tournament, making it entertaining for the fans and the players. One of the favorite tournaments of the year for the players.
Dangerous opponent, Zheng, the first Chinese player to ever reach a Grand Slam singles semifinal. And welcome to Miami as Tennis Channel presents the Sony Ericsson Open. Got some great tennis coming your way this afternoon and this evening. Serena Williams, ranked #1, seeded #1, against Zheng of China. And one very, very memorable meeting last year. I'm Paul Sunderland, joined by Karina Marario and Serena Williams, resplendent in her bright orange. Taking on a player who has made a great comeback in Zheng, still wearing that brace on her left ankle, missed a lot of time. And the very familiar face and voice of Kater Nooney will be in the chair. And a full bracket. Let's take a look at the top. Except, of course, Makarova taking down Nadia Petrova, but that has been the story so far.
Vera Zvonareva, who won last week in Indian Wells, losing to Na Li in 3 tight sets. So a couple upsets here on this top half of the draw.
And that is just in this section. Overall, a number of the seeds already gone. Another perfect day here in South Florida. In the spring, the players out on court warming up. And now let's take a look at the distinguished biography of Serena Williams. And I'm not sure distinguished does it justice. I got to think of something else.
No, better adjective. I mean, she's just had such a phenomenal career, and see her ranking at #1 where she believes, and I think most of us on the outside believe her ranking should be.
Winner of 10 Grand Slam titles, including already this year's Australian Open when she dispatched Dinara Safina in straight sets, 6-love, 6-3. And we covered a couple of her matches leading into the Australian Open, and we're not so sure if she was ready, at least speaking for myself, not absolutely convinced she was ready. She was ready.
Well, that's the phenomenal thing about Serena Williams, is that she can win when she's not playing her best tennis. She's so tough mentally, and that is really, I think, along with being a great tennis player and a great athlete, really her best asset.
Has a magnificent record here in Miami, has won this title on 5 previous occasions. You saw her record at 49-5, so obviously going for her 50th victory all-time here in Miami. And her opponent, Zheng, and a career-high ranking of #17 right now for the...
In Palm Beach Gardens, about an hour and a half north of Miami. So we take a look at her father, Richard Williams. So she's very familiar with these conditions, the humidity, the wind. That's a huge factor at this tournament here in Key Biscayne. It's a little island off the coast of Miami, so the conditions here can get very windy.
And it's a family affair, given it being so close to home. Oracine on hand as well, works very, very extensively right now with Serena.
Serena's got a young fan in the crowd.
I think she's got fans in all shapes and sizes and ages, and why not? Be sure and stay. Taking on Zheng, currently ranked #17 in the world, round of 16 at the Sony Ericsson Open, and we're underway.
Loftin.
And that's where Serena has such a huge advantage with her serve. She can really produce aces from both sides of the service line.
Have you seen any rust at all from Serena so far in this tournament? Again, pointing out that she had not played since Paris, 3rd week in February.
I think it always done so well in the past, I think really contributes to her success so far this week. And I like that, but I think the more she does it, the more comfortable she'll be, and that backhand volley sometimes gets away from her. She has a tendency to completely drop her wrist. We saw in that last one. But I also think that that's where her doubles comes into play. When she plays with all parts of the court and become more comfortable at the net.
Big serve out wide once again, getting Williams out of some difficulty. Brown defeated Alexa Glatch and then Peng Shuai of China, all in straight sets. Excellent high kicking second serve. The Australian was this year when she reached the 4th round, but did have to retire against Svetlana Kuznetsova with a wrist injury, and you can see that she's still playing not only with a brace on her left ankle, which she hurt in 2008 at Roland Garros, but also a brace on her left wrist, which she hurt down in Melbourne.
Well, she fell during that match against Kuznetsova. She was down 4-1 in the first set and fell on that left wrist, was forced to retire. That's a huge difference between these two players, that second serve. You see Zheng's second serve from Serena, that high kicker that bounces up. You can't be aggressive off that second serve, and that's a huge advantage for Serena.
She at only 5'4½", so has difficulty generating pace off of her own serve as well as dealing with a high kicker. And already in serious trouble in her first. Three break points.
15-14.
I gave her a couple extra.
There is a crushing forehand cross court and an easy break for the 2-games-to-love lead.
It gives her the opportunity to take an aggressive stance in the court.
Second serve.
And that's the kick. Again, that ball didn't bounce that deep in the box, but you can see how much action she gets on that second serve. Really hits up the back of the ball. That allows her to get plenty of clearance over the net, and the ball bounces and really shoots off the court.
So maybe that second serve doesn't bounce nearly as high.